The LTK Distinguished Service Award was established in 1973 to honor one of the floral industry's finest leaders, Leland T. Kinsel. As the sales manager for Denver Wholesale Florist, Lee was well known for his knowledge of the floral industry and for the energy and enthusiasm displayed throughout his lifelong career. A tireless advocate for the floral industry, Lee supported WFSA in many capacities, including 3 terms as president from 1963 to 1966. During his tenure, Lee did a great deal to advance the association as well as the entire wholesale floral industry. It is that spirit that we celebrate today. Sam Pennock, the first recipient of the LTK Distinguished Service Award, was honored in 1973. Since that time, 24 outstanding individuals have received this coveted award. John Henry Dudley, Yoshimi Shibata, George Wolfe Jr., O-Ben Haley, Robert Dewey, Oscar Karlstedt, P.S. Cook, John Van Hanford, Harrison Kennicott, Donald Hook, Vernon Smithers, William Arnett, Jacob Van Naaman, James Nordley, Frank Kuwahara, Mabel Claprude Simmons, Knud Nielsen Jr., E.O. Brody, William Belden, Herman Minders, Walter Preston, Pete Garcia, Jules Armelini, Del Demery Jr. These 4 words are the cornerstones of the LTK Distinguished Service Award. Each recipient was chosen because they displayed these characteristics in a way that set them apart from their contemporaries. Those honored by this prestigious award have their names etched into a sterling silver perpetual tray that is kept at WFSA headquarters in Vienna, Virginia. Whose name will be added this year? This year's recipient was a salesman, inventor, holding over 400 patents, company founder, president and CEO, conservationist, father, grandfather, and above all else, an industry and civic leader. The Wholesale Florists and Florist Suppliers of America is proud to award posthumously the 1999 Leland T. Kinsel Distinguished Service Award to Erwin H. Weder. Erwin, the second son of Julia and August Weder, was born in 1904. The Weders, originally from Switzerland, settled to the Highland region of southern Illinois around 1830. Erwin's father was a dairyman and farmer who would eventually become instrumental in the company founded by 2 of his sons. While attending his first year of high school, at the age of 13, Erwin worked for a general merchandise store in Highland, Illinois. The hours before and after school were spent sweeping floors, candling eggs, cleaning spittoons, and stocking the counters with goods from the warehouse. Within a year, Erwin ended his formal education and returned home to work with his father at the Highland Dairy Farms Company. Erwin received his education through the jobs and adventures taken as a young man. He worked as a band promoter, traveled to California and Mexico, was a detective at a dog track, a cashier at a horse track, a hotel detective in Florida, a pilot, a professional gambler, and trick rifle shooter. As he traveled, home was never far from his thoughts, and he returned often to work at the family farm. Erwin Weder's aim was higher and wider than most. His dream, born out of the Great Depression, was to start a business that had unlimited possibilities and could provide jobs for all of those close to him. Through his life experiences, Erwin developed the ability to make the most of every opportunity presented to him. In 1933, one of Erwin's gambling and shooting buddies, Ralph Cam, presented such an opportunity to his good friend, a job with the Metal Goods Corporation in St. Louis, Illinois. As a traveling salesman, Erwin sold Christmas decorative items and aluminum ware, including paper-backed foil wrapping paper, throughout the South and as far west as Dallas, Texas. During one of his trips through Texas, Erwin met and began courting Louise Graham. To overcome the distance and the length of time between visits, Erwin had a corsage delivered to Louise daily. Little did they know that this practice would soon play an important role in their lives together. It was during this time that Erwin, with a roll of foil gift wrap paper under his arm, entered a small floral shop in Cairo, Illinois that was displaying plants in pots decorated with Japanese mats. Erwin, convinced that he had a better covering, wrapped a few pots in foil. The owner bought 12 rolls on the spot. The rest, as they say, is history. In 1937, Erwin, along with his brother Herb and friend Ralph Cam, started the Highland Supply Corporation. With a pooled resource of $3,750, the three partners purchased a paneled truck, stocked it full of floral supplies, including foil made by Metal Goods Corporation, and opened for business. Also in 1937, another partnership was formed by the marriage of Erwin and Louise. As the company developed, Louise designed the logo that is still used today. What began as a wholesale company quickly shifted to manufacturing after a friend suggested a new bag in which to package corsages. The entrepreneurs set up production in the basement of Julia and August Weder's home. With August's help and using parts from an old wringer washing machine, the Beauty Corsage Container, Highland Supply Corporation's first product, was made. As Highland Supply Corporation grew, so did the Weder family. Erwin and Louise welcomed 5 children, Mary Kay, Donna Lee, Donald Erwin, Wanda Mae, and Janet Marie, into the family, and eventually into the business. Over the years, Highland Supply Corporation and the Weder family have been responsible for many floral product innovations. Plastifoil, a revolution in the floral industry, was introduced in 1955. This product added a waterproof laminate to the back of aluminum foil and became an instant success. Clearfane was later introduced and quickly expanded to include a variety of colors, metallics, and prints. Hylophane bags were introduced for gift items, cosmetic assortments, and other small items and flowers. In the 80s, Highland Supply Corporation once again set the standard for the floral industry with the introduction of a new pre-formed pot cover called Speed Covers. This product innovation saved growers and florists tremendous labor costs and provided a beautiful package to the consumer. The impact on the floral industry was big. Speed Covers dramatically increased the sale of potted plants across the United States. In 1987, Erwin and Louise celebrated the 50th anniversary of the Weder family. Over the years, the second generation of family members assumed their positions in the company. The same year, Erwin, the last remaining partner since the death of his brother in 1964, celebrated the 50th anniversary of the Highland Supply Corporation. In its 50 years, Highland Supply Corporation has gone from producing the Beauty Corsage Container to a product line that includes foil, plastifoil, speed covers, paper-backed foiled gift wrap, Clearfane film, metallized film, plant sleeves, speed sheets, shredded grass, glitter, B&K formal stemming products such as pick machines, steel picks, and floral netting. A dynasty was formed that is an industry leader today. It is impossible to determine the exact number of jobs and dollars generated by the floral foil industry. Florist foil and the other products produced by Highland Supply Corporation create eye appeal for the general public and help to generate the demand for floral products, benefiting all in the floral industry. Erwin Weder, founder of Highland Supply Corporation, died in 1987 at the age of 82. He left behind a vast legacy as a businessman, as a conservationist working to save the American bison, Over his lifetime, he was responsible for planting over 120,000 trees and the preservation of approximately 1,000 acres of timberland. And as a historical preservationist, ensuring valuable pieces of history would not be lost for future generations. But above all else, Erwin Weder leaves a legacy as a loving husband, father, and grandfather. Erwin Weder's commitments to Highland Supply Corporation as well as the environment are being continued by his children. Led by Donald Weder, the president and chairman of the board, Wanda, Donna, Janet, and Mary Kay are moving the company toward the next century. Erwin Weder, an avid supporter of the wholesale florists and florist suppliers of America, insisted that Highland Supply Corporation be among the first to exhibit at the inaugural trade fair in Atlanta, Georgia in 1973. Erwin Weder, also a supporter of the Society of American Florists and local floral trade associations, has been honored by the American Floral Endowment. WFSA honors Erwin Weder for his vast contributions to the floral industry and his spirit of integrity, fairness, perseverance, and decisiveness. As Barry Goldwater Jr. described his lifelong friend, Erwin Weder is the kind of man all men should be.